Kanye's doing for New Year's Eve? You think him and Kim are quiet night at home, or?
I doubt it. He's probably performing somewhere.
Probably, yeah. He's probably doing his crazy thing somewhere. Speaking of crazy things, this is kind of a neat tradition, actually. Prairie du Chien, they kiss a carp. They drop a carp, they kiss the carp.
Love it.
This is quite a tradition. Tom Nelson is in charge, and he is with us this afternoon. Hi, Tom. Thanks for being here.
Yes, John, how are you doing?
Doing fantastic. I want to come kiss that fish.
You're more than welcome to come down here. You're only 3 hours away, and at the stroke of midnight, we'll lower right down into our cradle, and you can line up with the many thousands that will be there to kiss Lucky.
Is that right? There are thousands that show up and kiss that dead fish?
They do, at least according to my accurate estimates. But there are thousands of people that show up for it, yeah, every year.
That's awesome.
So,
for good luck?
All of them stick around long enough to kiss the carp. They usually kind of slither in about 11:30 and watch us with the dropper of the carp as we lower her right down into her cradle. She's sitting on a crane 110 feet in the air. And alongside the crane, we got a sign that says Lucky's Fishing Bowl. And this year she's just about 30 pounds.
So what's the deal? Why do people kiss the fish?
Well, I guess it kind of goes back to the first year we had it. We had a Name the Carp contest and at school, and the kids came up with a name called Lucky. And we thought, well, geez, the Chinese eat carp on their New Year's, and that signifies having good luck for the following year. So that's how we kind of stuck with the name and thought, well, if the Chinese do it for their good luck, then we're going to name this fish Lucky the Carp. About 5 years into it, some young lady walked up to me. She says, "You think if I kissed that carp, I would have good luck next year?" And that was the opening phrase on that one. I said, "Well, sure, go right ahead." And she went right down and smacked her lips on it, and it didn't take long before other people were lined up and they were kissing the carp, and it really kind of taken off its own head ever since. You know,
it's amazing what a little champagne will do.
Exactly. And in fact, what we do is we have her sitting on her cradle for about 2 hours before the actual lowering of the carp, and people can come up and kiss the carp and get pictures taken, and they can look at it, and so and then about 20 minutes to 12, we take her up to the top of the pole, and then we start the countdown, and it takes about 2.5 minutes to lower it down into her cradle again as we celebrate the New Year's and bring in this year 2014.
Tom, how does your wife feel about you kissing this fish?
I've really been fortunate over the years. The line has been so long that I haven't had a chance to get up close to her and give her a big smack.
Come on!
I kind of plan it that way. But if it works for everybody else,
right.
I end up giving her a big New Year's Eve kiss.
Where does the fish come from?
Actually, from the Mississippi River. This year, the ice set up early, and so we actually caught it the last week in November, just as the ice was setting up. Commercial fisherman Mike Valley goes out and catches the fish, and he gets her all decorated up for New Year's. Actually, he did this about 2 weeks ago, and he's got it hanging in his freezer and on the appropriate string, and so we're just going to go down there later on this afternoon and pick her up and take her down and put her on the crane, and so then we're going to be set to go.
What percentage of people who kiss the fish are sober?
Sometime in their life, all of them. But I'm not necessarily sure that night. A lot of kids are down there, and they partake in it too. And so it really is geared to be a family event. We don't sell alcohol, though there are some bars that are very close to the location, and in fact, most of the people kind of stay in there, staying warm until just before New Year's, and especially on a cold night like tonight. But we've got a large bonfire that we have people stand around, and we do sell a little hot chocolate, and if they want to spice it up, they can do that. But it's not feasible for us to get into the alcohol. Besides that, we're not in competition with all the taverns up
Sure.
there. We don't, our event lasts 2 hours, and so we. But there are people that come down and they have partaken pretty heavy beforehand, so it's kind of fun to kind of see their reactions.
Are you Norwegian, Tom?
Yes, I am.
All right, me too. So maybe this is a Norwegian thing.
Yeah, I guess so. Going back to all that lutefisk that you ate.
Right. I don't know what I'd rather kiss, lutefisk or carp.
I think your wife would vote for neither.
But she's Norwegian too, and in fact, the last time I had lutefisk is when my mother-in-law baked it for us, and we had it for Christmas.
Tom Nelson is the organizer of Dropping of the Carp. It's a great event, a fun time out in Prairie du Chien. Good luck. Thanks for being with us.
Happy New Year.
Okay, and I hope people from the Milwaukee area drive over and for the Dropping of the Carp. In fact, my wife and I drove over here 45 years ago, and we're still here.